squeeze the shoulders up and drop them down and squeeze them up and drop them down. Just whatever sensations coming into your body as you're moving your shoulders up and down, noticing any little crackly, weird moments. But then now imagine that your shoulder blades behind you are like two slippery bars of soap, and they're washing the back of your rib cage as they slide and glide up, slide and glide down, slippery, washing the back. And two. And last one. Good. And then add circles, circling the shoulders up and around. Same thing, those shoulder blades are scrubbing and washing, creating ease, slippery shoulder blades along the back of your rib cage. And last one. Good. Heavy through the hands. You're going to clasp the hands behind your back. Punch your fists down to the floor to create a bind. And just hold. You're going to breathe into your collarbones. Imagine you could fill up the front of your chest, fill up your belly. And exhale. Inhale, widen through the collarbones. And exhale. And inhale, widen. And exhale. We're going to tilt the head over to the left. Deep breath in. Exhale. And deep breath in. And exhale. Take the head to the other side. Same thing, deep breath in. And deep breath in. And let it go. And take your hands by your side, shake your hands out, extend the legs out, give a little bit of a bend and a shake to the knees, roll the ankles, and reverse that roll. Good. All right, inhale, sitting nice and tall. Exhale. Folding forward, and again, as we know, we can stretch the hamstrings more or the low back more by rounding or straightening the spine. You can choose what is best for your body today. You could also play with between the two. You can kind of do a little almost cat and cow as you're here to kind of play with maybe what moment in the movement seems like it's serving you the best, might be most benefiting what your body is needing today. And then when you're ready, you're going to walk your way back. Okay, we're going to take the right leg and bend the knee. And I'm going to tuck my left underneath. It's almost like I'm going to sit cross-legged. But then I'm going to take either in front of the shin or it can cross over. So either one, it can come onto the right side or the left side of the knee. And then you're just going to take a gentle twist towards the inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Here she is.
I couldn't find the link.
You made it. Yay. Then slowly unravel. You'll unravel your legs and then straighten left leg out. We're going to do our favorite. You're going to grab onto the pinky toe with the opposite hand. Reach the leg up, getting that stretch on the outside of the leg. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly draw the leg back down. Give a nice little pat or rub to the side of the calf. Good. And we'll switch. Now you're going to bend left leg. Right knee is going to bend and tuck under like you're going to sit cross-legged. Then the knee can either come in front of the shin or cross over to the opposite side. And then you're going to rotate towards the right. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. You'll unravel and straighten the leg back out. Now, left foot, you're going to grab onto the pinky toe with the opposite hand. Take the leg up. You've got that stretch on the outside of the calf. Just breathing into that stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Slowly lower the leg down. And give a little pat or rub to the shin. Good. Shake the legs out a little bit. We're going to come in to kind of a mermaid position, but we're going to take this a little bit different. So if you want a blanket underneath your hip, you can do that. So you're still sitting. I would just make it a little bit wider than usual. And then instead of our usual mermaid, where the knee is against the sole of the foot, you're going to actually stack the knees. So my top knee is slightly behind, so it's not knee on top of knee, but you've got the knee is right kind of on the calf or the shin. So I'm like, if I had a mermaid flipper, right, it's like they're glued together just a little bit back through the top leg, and then my other hand is going to come out, so I'm creating like a triangle from my hip to my armpit to my hand. So I'm a little different of a mermaid position, less intense on the hip. It's going to be more side body and a little bit of oblique work. So I'm going to just imagine my rib cage is going to slide over towards my elbow. So I'm sliding my rib cage over. You'll notice that this top hip will reach further away from the mat. I'm looking at my hand down by my ankle, and then I'm going to watch my hand as it comes up. Now I'm pushing into my hand, and that's sliding my rib cage over on a diagonal up. But then I'm trying to sink my top sit bone to the mat, and then up, and then I'm sliding or coming over top my hip and sliding my rib cage back over to the other side, and lift and over, warming the spine up, getting a little motion, lift and over and lift, and over, and lift, and over. Now, little warm up. You're going to take your arm down. This could be a moment when you want like a little extra, so I might like fold my mat up a couple more times just to get a little extra for my forearm, or you can put a blanket underneath. Now, what we're going to do is you're going to keep the legs right where they are. We've done this before, but it's been a while. You're going to place your hand in front, so you're going to use your hand. I'm going to shift my weight towards my knees, pick up my pelvis to try to lift into a side plank, and then lower it down. Whew, and reach it back. So you're going to hinge forward to place weight on the knees, lifting into your side plank, using your hand to help you lower. If it's helpful, you could put a block in front of you that would raise your hand up a little bit more, which might help you give a little bit more push, and lower, down, and lift up, and this one we hold. So now I'm really pressing down through my elbow, I'm pushing down through my knee and my shin. You're going to take a breath, and exhale, inhale, push the floor away, exhale, inhale, and exhale, slowly roll it down. All right, make our way to the other side. So again, not our usual mermaid position, but the shins and the knees are stacked. Top knee slightly behind the bottom knee, and then the hand is going to come out to create like a triangle from the hip to the armpit to the wrist. Then I let my rib cage sink down towards the floor, hand is on my ankle. Inhale, I'm going to use my eyes to watch my hand as I shift my rib cage over on that diagonal, the opposite direction. And inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Right, so now I'm going to come down to the forearm. Again, if you need a little extra padding, go ahead and fold up your mat or grab a blanket. And then block is here if you'd like it, if it's helpful. Keeping the knees stacked, kind of train tracked, one in front of the other. Hand comes to the floor. Now my weight is all in my pelvis, so I have to imagine shifting forward, and that means my shoulders also shift forward to put weight on my hand to lift my hips and lower and rock back. And shift forward to lift my hips, lower to rock back. And forward to lift my hips, lower to rock back, forward to lift, lower and rock back. This is your last one. This time you go up to hold it and take a breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, last breath. Inhale, exhale, lower, down. Whew. Okay. Just shake out your arms for a moment, roll your shoulders if you need to, little wiggles, and you're going to make your way to tabletop. So a tabletop position, and you're just going to find your cat and cow. So finding your tabletop, and invite in any little motions or timing that feels best to you. You're going to take your cat and cow, inhale and exhale in your own time. Any little wiggles that feel right. Right. And 2 more deep breaths there. Just anything else that feels good in your body. And then coming back to center. Fantastic. Okay, we're gonna walk the hands a couple inches forward of the shoulders. So instead of being right underneath you, they're slightly in front. We know what this leads to. So you're gonna find a little bit of bracing through your belly. Long spine, and then bending the elbows, tricep press, so the head lowers like you're bowing down towards the floor, and then press it back. Elbows go narrow, bend, and press. Good. And bend, and press. And 2, press, and 1, and press. Nice job. Now you're gonna lower it down and hold it. Little pulses just for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lower all the way down, placing your elbows to relax down on the mat. Good. You're gonna take the forehead down to the mat, extend the arms out, and take puppy dog pose. If this is not a happy thing for your lower back for any reason, go ahead and sit back into child's pose. Good. And start to pick your nose up. But you're going to keep your forearms down on the mat. So I'm going to start to pick my nose up and bend my elbows so they come underneath my shoulders. And I'm going to clasp my hands together. Go ahead and tuck the toes, really pressing the shoulders so that the elbows press and ground down into your mat. Then from here, you can start to straighten. You're welcome to pedal out the feet, pushing down through the ground. And then lower it down. Ooh, all right, come back to your tabletop position. You're going to walk forward to your knee plank and lower all the way down to the floor. All the way down, laying on your belly. We're going to take a baby cobra. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, baby cobra. And exhale, lower down. Good. When you're ready, you're going to take Sphinx pose. So the arms, hands underneath your shoulders. You're going to slide the elbows underneath your shoulders. That's going to lift your chest a little bit higher. Now, things to think about are, once you're here, notice, are you really letting go in your tummy? Send the belly button down towards the floor, and then you might feel the primary curve in your lower, middle back. If you start to press your hip bones and your elbows into the mat, that's automatically going to cause your belly to start to lift a little bit. So you've got that same opposition. Pressing down, help belly pull in and remind it to pull in. From here, you're keeping the shoulders soft, the head is soft. Good. Then to increase your extension through your upper back, you've got that pressure down through your elbows, check in with that. Can it increase a little bit? And then imagine like the back of your neck, so your cervical spine could yawn open, thinking nice and long, lengthen through the cervical spine, big yawn through the back of the neck. But then keeping the yawn wide through the back of the neck, try to bring your eyes up a little bit higher. And you'll notice by keeping the back of the neck long, you start to reach forward from your heart, creating a little bit more curve between the shoulder blades. Deep inhale. And exhale, lower it down, let the elbows widen, forehead comes to the mat. You can bend the knees, rock side to side, windshield wiper the feet. And bend the legs. And you're going to press up to child's pose. You're going to come knees nice and far apart, toes to touch, sitting back into your child's pose. Hands reach out in front of you. If you need to get the shoulders a break, place your hands under your forehead. Good. On your next inhale, you're going to step back up to your tabletop position. All right. If you have blocks, great. You can use them. If you don't have blocks, that's okay. You could use like a chair or something if you have a chair nearby, or a coffee table, something that might give you a little bit of support. Basically what it is, or even if you had like a little pile of books or something, any height away from the floor is helpful. And we're going to take our kind of quad hip flexor series. So from your tabletop position, you can either go from down dog, if you'd like to go into your down dog, and then sweep one foot through to your lunge, or you can go from tabletop sitting up, and then sweep the leg through. Not a wrong answer, whatever works best for you. And it gives you the opportunity to do down dog if you'd like to. So I've got a decent amount of lift in these blocks, depending on what setting I choose. And so you can kind of create a little pile of blankets, pillows, something to accommodate. And really the biggest difference is that bringing the hands to the floor, you're going to, there's going to be more pressure on the quad here. So when we take the hands off the floor, it's going to be a little bit harder just because we've got more weight on your front leg. Now we're going to let the knee drop, toes relax, and think of the knee. We can shift the hips forward and really sink into that stretch. Make sure the knee stays over the ankle. We don't want it to protrude any further forward than the ankle. And then just relaxing through the leg. Front line of the legs are heavy. And then shifting back. So you're gonna, if you've got little powers, go ahead and walk them with you, or if you've got your hand on the chair, slide back. so that my hips are right over my knee. Carefully, don't go too far back. You'll actually take out the stretch a little bit. It'll decrease your stretch. So if this is too much, sliding the booty back will kind of decrease it a little bit. So that's an option to give yourself a little break. Our goal is to keep our hips stacked over the knee, and then my hands are on the blocks or on the floor. Flexing the foot will increase your stretch, pointing will decrease your stretch, so you decide where you are today. And big, heavy breath out. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Now I'm going to walk my blocks back forward as I start to hinge back where I came from. Now, I put a blanket, I slipped a blanket under my knee just so I had a little bit more cushion. And you're welcome to do the same if you feel like you need it, or you can fold your mat in half so you just have extra mat on that side. Now, really think of pushing down through the front heel. So my front heel is pressing down like you think of like wearing high heels at an outdoor wedding. Like your heel digs into the ground, pressing down into the floor, and then finding that's like a little bit of inner thigh or hamstring starts to kick in. Now, if you're feeling comfortable, you can take your hands up to your knee. And I'm not sinking into my deepest stretch here. I'm pushing back a little bit by sending energy down through my heel in the front. That's I'm still feeling a stretch, but it keeps a little muscle engagement, so I'm not totally dumping into my pelvis. Then, if you're feeling comfortable, you could bring the arms up to the ceiling. And again, if you're feeling comfortable, you can start to walk your eyes to the ceiling and a little bit creating an extension back. And slowly walk the eyes back, take the hands to the blocks. All right, now this one, I'm going to tuck my toes underneath me, and I'm going to kind of inchworm my knee forward, pushing back from my toes. So I'm an inchworm forward. So I'm in a little bit tighter of a position, and then I'm going to stand up into a triangle. Good. Now, depending on how far back you want that leg, the heel doesn't have to touch in the back, but you've got blocks or a chair, or if you're facing a sofa, you might even be able to put your forehead on your couch, using something to hold your hands up, or then they can reach towards the floor. Just an inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale. Good. Now, if you've got blocks, this is great. If you don't, you might have to adjust. It won't be quite as smooth of a transition. You're going to walk your way to a wide leg forward fold. So it's great if you've got a chair or something on this end. You just use your hands to walk your way over, or walk your way on the floor. Give a little gentle bend through the knees. Hands can be on something or to the ground. So just inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale. Last breath, inhale and exhale. And straighten your elbows. And then you're going to come back to where you came from. So if you've got blocks or hands on the floor, walk your way back. I'm going to bend my back knee, lower to the floor, or you can go back through down dog again if that serves you best. And then we're going to switch to the other side. So you can meet in down dog, then take the leg forward, or come up to kneeling and take the opposite side forward. Hands back to your blocks or your tower of some kind. We will lean forward into the hips without letting the knee go past the ankle. And just deep breath in. And deep breath in. And you're going to walk your way back. Bringing your props with you. Pointing will be a lesser stretch. Flexing will increase the stretch. Keeping the hips stacked over the knee will also increase your stretch. A deep and slow breath in. And exhale out. Inhale. And exhale. And slowly just slide your props forward if you need. Walk the blocks forward. Good. Now from here, we're going to take that same hinge forward through the pelvis, but you're going to dig your front heel down so much you feel like a little bit of like tweezing of the inner thighs, right? The inner thighs and the hamstrings will want to start to close together to protect or to counterbalance in a way. Pressing that heel down. Maybe you feel comfortable to take your hands to your knee. And then maybe you feel comfortable to take the arms up to the ceiling. You'll take a deep breath in. And exhale, you could start to walk your eye gaze up towards the ceiling, creating an extension. Good, another deep breath. And then walking the eye gaze back down. Take the hands to the floor, and now I inchworm. I'm going to take little pressing, so I'm tucking my toes and I'm pushing my knee a little bit forward, like little inchworm walking forward, so I'm in a little bit smaller position. Then if you need a little higher level for your hands, go ahead and find another prop nearby that might work for you. You're going to straighten into your triangle. Back heels, just energetically reaching towards the floor. It's okay if it doesn't touch. Good, last breath. All right. Then you're either going to hop into your down dog. So you can keep your hands on your blocks, hop into your down dog, or just kneeling back down, and then take the leg back behind you. We're going to take child's pose one more time. Toes to touch, knees nice and far apart, and child's pose, reaching the hands out in front of you, sinking into the hips, finding a little compression the opposite direction. Good. On your inhale, you'll stack back up to tabletop. And then you swing the feet out in front of you. You're going to lay on your back. Good. When you're ready, you'll hug the knees into the chest. Rock side to side. Good. You're going to just keep the knees right where they are. We're going to take a supine twist with both knees rocking over to one side. So over to the left first. Rock the knees towards the left. If you'd like to place a pillow, blanket underneath your thigh, then you're a little higher off the ground. Could tee the arms out, maybe look the other way. And then unravel back to center. Move your prop over to the other side. And then maybe roll and start to send the knees down towards the floor the other direction. Maybe tee out the arms, looking the other way. And then unravel back to center. You'll lower the feet to the floor and find a bridge pose. So heels are going to come close in towards the glutes, hands come down by your sides. Inhale, lifting into your bridge, sending the tail up to the ceiling, puff up the chest nice and wide. You're welcome to hold or exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift or hold. And exhale, lower or hold. Inhale, lift or hold. And all together, we'll exhale, lower together. Take the soles of the feet to touch, knees open wide into a butterfly, Supta Baddha Konasana. Good. If you'd like pillows underneath your upper thighs, you can stuff up the space between you and the floor, giving your body something to melt into. Good. Go ahead and close the knees up. Tiptoe the feet to the outer edges of your mat. Knock the knees together. And you're welcome to hold here or windshield wiper the knees from side to side. And then tiptoe the feet underneath you again. Hug your knees into your chest. Good. If you have a strap or maybe a towel, or you can just clasp your hands behind your thigh, you're going to reach your right leg up to the ceiling. So a blanket, a towel, something. Yeah. Even if it's a short one, you could just wrap it around the knee and then pull it towards you. And take the leg over to the right. And take the leg up to the ceiling. Then you're going to switch to the other side. Left leg comes in and up to the ceiling. And then take the leg over to the left. And then take the leg up, back up to the ceiling, or move the strap, or if you'd like to keep the strap, you could place it under your thigh on the right leg. We're going to take a figure 4 stretch. So we're going to cross the left ankle over the right knee, pull the knees into the chest. And then go ahead and switch the legs. You'll lower them down. Switch to the other side. And pull the knees into the chest. And then lower both legs down. You'll hug them into the chest once again. And take happy baby pose, grabbing the insides or the outsides of the feet, maybe behind the knees. And then anything else that feels good to you to finish off your practice, maybe somewhere we've been today already, or maybe somewhere we haven't been. Any pose that serves you, any motion that serves you. And then squeezing the knees into the chest, tightest yogi ball yet, every last bit of energy that you can muster. And then release into your final Shavasana, finding a comfortable space. Invite in any props that serve you, blankets, pillows. Know that Shavasana is here for you. If you'd like to stay, you're welcome. Otherwise, you can bring some small movements back into your fingers and toes. Maybe roll the wrists and the ankle. And in your own time, roll onto your favorite side. And with little to no effort, you can find your way to seated. Just finding a comfortable seat. We'll meet with eyes closed, hands at heart center. And just coming back to where we started, imagine that your spine is heavy, pelvis is heavy, feeling weighted, feeling grounded. But then that kind of feeling of like helium or floating through the head, creating length, traction through your spine. We'll take 3 unified breaths together. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last breath, inhale, exhale. Good. Take your thumbs to your third eye, the space between your eyebrows. The light, the love in me honors and appreciates the light, the love in every one of you. Bow to seal your practice. Namaste. Good.
Same for my husband coming home and mowing the lawn. Trying to lay in Shavasana and he's mowing the lawn.
Timing is always.
Oh,
Well,
well.
Bryanna, thank you for putting this together.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, Janine,
Yeah.
I sent you a text message
When?
a couple of days ago.
I didn't get it.
Oh, it was a YouTube. I don't know if you're familiar with YouTube or not.
Yes, I am.
Okay, they've got many yoga sessions on there.
Right. Yeah, thank you.
One in particular is yoga with Adrian.
Right. She's so good. Yeah.
Yeah. I just started her yesterday. I think that she'll work out for those times that I can't come on Thursday, or not Thursday, but the other days.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm gonna try it too. I was gonna do it yesterday and didn't get a chance, but I'm gonna try it tomorrow, hopefully.
Yeah, she has a lot of them.
What's the person's name?
Adrian.
It's
Adrian.
ADRIENE.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 N's, I think.
No, it's only one N.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, 1 N. Okay, I've been corrected. My daughter says.
No, but it's just other people how to spell.
Did you get it, Caroline?
I got it. Yep.
Okay, great. Yeah, I think she's gonna work out for the times that I can't, for the times where we don't have lovely Bryanna.
No.
Where there's nothing else.
Yeah.
Thank
The
you.
other days of the week.
Yeah. Yeah. I know
This
there's
day, that day, and the other day.
one thing too is if anybody, I think Jenny's selling props. If there's
Oh, is
something
she?
and want, she didn't mention anything to me about blocks, but she said bolsters are 25, blankets are 7, straps are 5, eye pillows are 5.
Oh,
So selling stuff, if people were interested. I think I'm gonna run by on Saturday and grab a couple things. And I'm happy to pick stuff up for you if you needed anything.
I would be interested in a bolster because I have everything else.
Yeah, I know that's me.
I would too, Diana.
I'd like a couple of blocks because I've been using cans, which work kind of, but
I don't know if she's going to be selling the blocks only because